Hi everybody, Chris Hale here again with another Profit Squirrel vlog. Today I want to share with you a tutorial that we created here at Profit Squirrel that teaches you how to complete something called an extra place offer. They're a form of daily offer, meaning that you can do them almost every single day, and they're a great source of ongoing profits. Normally they focus on horse racing, but you do get options to do them in different events such as golf. Sometimes they come up for that, and either way you do them in exactly the same manner. These offers take advantage of something known as expected value, and what that basically means is that if you have something with a positive expected value, it may not come true every single time, but over enough occasions, over doing it enough times, it will prove to be true. So that's the kind of mindset that we have when we look at these types of offers. We may not win every single time on them, but overall, we're going to be in profit if we complete enough of the offers. So please enjoy this tutorial. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions on it. And of course, please hit that subscribe button to follow Profit Squirrel and get the latest in match betting and money making online. Enjoy the tutorial and I'll see you in the next vlog. Extra place offers, also known as each way offers, can be an amazing way to make profits. You'll always find a link in the daily offers section to the latest extra place offers. In this video, we'll cover 1. What an each way bet is, 2. How you can make money from it, and then thirdly, I'll show you an example of placing an extra place bet. As always, just use this video as a guide and make sure you read and understand the written instructions below the video as well. Any questions, just drop a line in the forum, Facebook group, or contact us directly. 1. What is an each way bet? An each way bet is a market offered by bookmakers consisting of 2 separate bets, a win bet and a place bet. For the win part of the bet to give a return, the selection must win or finish first in the event. For the place part of the bet to give a return, the selection must either win or finish in one of the places for the event that counts. For example, an each way bet made where the bookmaker is paying out 4 places would see your place bet pay out if the selection finished in the top 4 of the event. If your selection placed first, you would win both your win bet and your place bet. If your selection finished the event outside of the top 4, then both your win bet and your place bet would lose with the bookmaker. Each way bets are most commonly seen in horse racing, but occasionally you see them in other sports too, such as golf. An extra place offer means that the bookmaker is paying out more places than the majority of the other bookmakers or exchanges. By clicking the link in the Extra Places tutorial, you'll be taken to where the daily extra place offers are listed in the private members forum. Here you can see the number of places that are being paid by the bookmaker, i.e. the number of places that will count. Taking this race at 5:15 at Kelso as an example, we can see that bookmakers Betfred, Sky Bet and Tote Sport are all paying out 4 places. If we head over to the Betfair page for this race and bring up the place market, we see on the right hand side of the screen the number of places that this market is paying. In this case, it's 3. 3 is of course 1 less than 4, so these bookmakers are offering an extra place for this race. 2. How to make money from extra place offers. You make money from these sorts of offers by placing an each way back bet with the bookmaker that is offering the extra place. You would also then go ahead and lay this bet off in a betting exchange. If your horse finishes in the extra place position, then you will win your place bet at the bookmaker and you will also win your 2 lay bets at the betting exchange. This can lead to some really bumper profits, and it happens much more often than you'd think. 3. An example. Part 1. The setup. So, in this example, I'm going to be completing an extra place offer on a horse race, as that's the most common sport to do it with. When completing these offers, I like to have several tabs open in my browser. I do this because the odds change rapidly with horse racing, and you want to be in a position to place your bets quickly. This might take a bit of getting used to, but once you know what you're doing, it's actually really simple. I wouldn't recommend trying to do this offer on your phone, as it's pretty difficult to do it on a smaller screen and to change tabs or apps fast enough. The first tab I typically have open is the Extra Place Offers thread in the forum. This shows me all the bookmakers that have extra places being offered for the day, and also what races they are being offered on. You have the bookie name, the places that they are paying for, and then in brackets the price payout that the bookie is offering. You don't need to worry about what this means, it's just a value that you'll use in your calculator. You can complete all of these in a day if you want, but it's about 5:30 for me whilst I'm recording this, so the only race left that I can do today is this 18:30 at Nas. If you want, you can place back bets with all of these bookmakers. You might want to do this to increase your chances of winning, or you might want to check all the bookmakers as the odds are often slightly different between them, and you're looking for a close match between the back and lay odds. Try to avoid backing more than 2 horses per bookmaker, unless it's on a major race like the Grand National. Backing multiple horses also gives you the added benefit at the betting exchange of sharing your liability within that particular race. With shared liability, there can only be one winner of a horse race, and this can be used to your advantage. The amount of money you need to lay a bet is based on your maximum potential loss. Therefore, if you lay 2 different results on a market that can only have one outcome, only one of those bets can lose. What this means is that the most you can lose is whichever selection has the largest liability. The liability on the selection with lower liability is ignored for the purposes of calculating how much money you need in order to lay the bet. In my second tab, I normally have the each way calculator itself. To get there, select Odds Calculators, Advanced Calculators, and choose Each Way Calculator on the bottom right of the Qualifying Bets section. You can scroll down to find it or click the button here to be taken directly to it. If you want more info on how to use this calculator, you can click the link on the screen now in order to watch a short tutorial. In the remaining tabs, I have 2 of the 4 bookmakers offering the extra places and the 2 main exchanges, Betfair and Smarkets. I'm just showing you this as an example, but if you want to place bets with all 4 bookmakers or compare them for the best odds, you can. Same with the exchanges. If you want, you could compare with the other exchanges like Matchbook, etc., but sometimes those do struggle with liquidity on these smaller daily horse races. Part 2. The method. Odds change so fast in horse racing, particularly just before the start of the event. Because of that, the odds matcher can't keep up fast enough with the changes in the exchange. Some people like to use independent odds checker websites to help them compare odds quickly, and we always put a link to these next to the appropriate race. Personally though, I find the best thing to do is to eyeball the odds between the bookmakers and exchanges. I actually really enjoy this process and I find it pretty exciting trying to pick out the best odds. It involves moving between the various bookmakers and exchanges, trying to pick out what is likely to be a strong match for the event. So to do that, I've got the appropriate race up in each tab and I'm looking for odds that are quite close together. The closer together the odds, the smaller your qualifying loss will be for each match that you make. This is good, and I'll explain why in more detail later. If I think I've found a good match, then I'll check it in my calculator. Before long, you'll be able to tell if the odds will be a good match just by looking at them. Normally, I pick horses with lower odds as they are more likely to place, and I also need to cover less liability that way. Here, we are comparing odds in the win market. So this horse, Cole for Me, looks like a great shout in this case. I can see that with Ladbrokes, the back odds are 2.87. The lay odds in Betfair are 3.05, a little way off, but not bad. They're 3.1 in Smarkets, so not as close as Betfair. In Betfred, they're 2.88, which is a little better for us than Ladbrokes. I could lay the bet off in any of the exchanges, so I'm just looking for the one that will give me the best outcome. Now, let's throw some figures into the calculator and see exactly how this would look for us. Again, if you're not sure how to use this calculator, then I recommend you watch a short tutorial to get familiar with it. The link is in the corner of the video now. First, we'll enter our each way stake. I'm going to make it £5 in this case. Then, our back odds with Betfred, 2.88. Places paid is always going to show near the odds box at the various bookmakers. Here we can see that it'll be 5 places. The place payout in this case is 1 over 5, and we can see that it is shown here. There is no rule for reduction at the moment. Now, with the lay odds, I'm choosing between either Betfair or Smarkets, but Betfair seem to have the better odds in this case, even with their higher commission. They'll give me a better match. Take your win odds from the win market. Important note. Take your place odds from the place market, not the each way market or the 3 places or 5 places, etc. The place market is the one that you want. The place market in the exchange will tell you the number or places that they are offering. For an extra place offer, make sure that this number here is less than the number of places being offered at the bookmaker. If it's not, you could end up losing both your back and lay bets, and we don't want that. So, with all my figures in the calculator, I can see that a £5 each way bet will result in the following. My lay stake for the to win part of the bet is £4.91. My lay stake for the to place part of the bet is £4.71. If my horse finished in the extra place being offered, in this case 5th, I'll be in profit by £6.03. If my horse doesn't finish in that position, then I'll make a small qualifying loss of 85p, no matter what the alternative outcome is. This is basically how extra places work. They make use of what's known as expected value. Basically, a horse won't finish in 5th place every time, but if you place enough bets on enough races or horses, you will find that it does happen over time. The amounts you win are quite substantial with these offers relative to your qualifying losses, so you will end up with a profit over time. You can, of course, back more than £5 each way to increase your winnings. I'm just using that as an example here. If you can, you should try and keep your qualifying losses low to maximize your profit. I'd recommend trying to keep them close to 5% of your stake amount, and I wouldn't go over 10%. So here, if I get my calculator up and divide 0.85 by my stake amount, which is £10, this would represent an 8.5% qualifying loss. This is quite high, so I wouldn't do too many of these at this level of loss, but it's fine for me just to do this to allow me to show you the process. Once you're happy, make your each way back bet and your 2 lay bets to cover the to win and the to place parts of the bet. The trick with these types of offers is knowing that the odds will be moving quickly. The lay odds will almost always move faster than the back odds, as the exchanges update their prices faster than the bookmakers. So you want to be ready to change the figures in your calculator should you need to. I can see that the odds are changing in my exchanges, so what I'm going to do is place my each way back bet at the odds of 2.88. There we go, that's done. Now, I want to lay them off, so I'll copy my to win lay stake just in preparation and watch that market to see if the odds improve for me. A quick check of Smarkets to see if I can get better odds there. No, they're still at 3.05, so I think Betfair is the one. There we are, my lay stake for the to win part of the bet is placed at 2.98. Let's check out the to place market. So these odds have actually improved to 1.47. I'll update my calculator. This reduces my qualifying loss, as you can see, which is great. I'll copy and paste my lay stake and place the bet for the to place part of the bet. And there we are, it's done. Now we just need to wait for the outcome of the race. So, with my updated qualifying loss, that now represents a 6.8% loss, which is not too bad. Now, I could go ahead and back some more horses for this race with Betfred or other bookmakers if I wanted to, or I can just wait for the outcome of the race. Remember, avoid backing more than 2 horses per bookmaker unless it's a really huge race, like the Grand National, for example. Conclusion. You'll notice that placing these bets is quite a dynamic process where you're watching the odds moving and trying to lock in the closest match that you can. If I wanted to get an even lower qualifying loss or perhaps even a small profit via an ARB, I would maybe have watched the odds for longer and held off placing a match until just before the start of the race, where the odds tend to be closer, but also they tend to move faster at this time as well, so you have to be quick. Once you practice this a few times, you'll find it very easy. It can actually be really exciting scanning all of the odds trying to get the best match. These type of offers are really valuable to have as part of your portfolio of daily offers, and they're a great way to make sure you are making ongoing profits. Extra plays and each way offers are a great way to make money without free bets needing to be involved. That's it. Get in touch in the forum or with us directly if you have any questions or issues, and happy matching!